Hello again everybody and welcome back to another review video from issue 9 Combat Patrol magazine by Hatchet Artwork. So in this issue, get the issue 9 magazine, we also get two paints as shown there, Retributor Gold or Retributor Armour and Abaddon Black. So, excellent artwork there. The Ultramarines Sergeant fighting some, looks like cultists. So going on to the first page, obviously we have our two new paints, so they are showing us everything that we're painting Abaddon Black, starting with a Primaris Marine, and then our Captain Terminator armor, again with our Furnace Marine showing the parts of the Bioblaster that we paint. Storm bolters on the Captain. Getting around the gold trim. And Poltron. And the same there for the Captain Terminator armor. So obviously a work in progress with all the paints that we have been issued so far with the magazine. This is how far your minis are. And then we move on to the Tyranid Hive Prime. All the parts are black. Same with the Von Ryan Leapers and the Termagants, and also with the Barbagants. Again, a work in progress. How your nids will be looking now, including what we haven't used yet, the Ripper Swarms. So, for their first read, chapters. Ever since the terrible civil war known as the Horus Heresy, the Space Marines have been divided into chapters of 1,000 warriors each. These are more than mere military divisions. Every chapter is a fully self-sustaining entity, and each is unique with its own culture, practices, traditions, and ways of waging war. So there's a bit of a read there. I'll just leave this here for a few seconds. Anybody wants to have a read, just pause. Showing the chapter markings. Obviously the chapter marking there is of the Ultramarines, 2nd Company. Showing some other chapters there, like the Blood Angels, the Silver Templars, the Space Wolves, and the Dark Angels. Bonds of Honor Part 2. I'll leave this again here for a few seconds. And then down there. Still another read. So here we go. Our next play scenario on the battlefield is advancing and falling back. Jump more into depth in this, obviously, when we do the combat report, and hopefully it all goes pretty well. Turn the page. So now that they've given us our rules on how we're going to advance and falling back, we then go on to our scenario, a pitched battle. Obviously we get our data sheets that we've been issued with the magazines, and then here's how it's going to look. So we have an Infernus squad up here, behind a piece of terrain cover for the Tyranids, the Space Marine Captain, and he is right up against Termagants. Another Tyranid terrain. We also need our Von Ryan Leapers that we used as in the last combat report, and also our Barbagants. So we're actually getting more models on this field, and these battles are going to take longer, more slip ups. So it looks like with this, if I could just go back to the previous page, Space Marines are moving first, and obviously we're getting more rules now. Obviously, as we're going through the magazine, we've obviously had our moves, we've had our shoots, our charge from the last combat report and also the fight from the last combat report. And obviously they give us some examples of how we're going to do this. It's shown there. I say I'm not going to go too much into this. We'll cover this on the next combat report. In the movement phase, the Infernus squad remains still in the shooting phase, with the captain having to fall back. The Infernus squad shoots Termagants and destroys 7 of them, weakening the Tyranids. So I think this is going to be a bit more intense, with obviously more models on the battlefield. So here's our battle tip. And then obviously once the Space Marines have had their turn, the Tyranids will get their chance to move, shoot, charge and fight, and maybe even fall back. So again here, I think we're actually using the rule of proper charge as shown here by these arrows. An example of fighting. And then on to our conclusion. Was it a Space Marine victory? Was it a Tyranid victory? Again, with our Infernus Marines covering the victory and the Von Ryan Leapers being the post boys for the Tyranids. As usual, pretty much last page to show you the Ultramarines having a fight with High Fleet Leviathan. And then as we go on the last page, our 2 next magazines obviously being the Librarian Turnout Armour, and we get 1 medium base brush. And then issue 11, we get our Corax White and Lead Belcher, obviously painting the weapons and things like that. With these, right, so that's it. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all very soon for the combat report. Hopefully everything runs smoothly. I'm sure on the last one I actually did miss a few things out. But yeah, I'm still learning too. 10th edition. The last time I ever pretty much touched any kind of Warhammer really was, well, back in the late 80s, early 90s when it was all Rogue Trader. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you for now.